Good day. I am Derek Cord, and today I will be talking about food's place in social media and how it has evolved because of social media. Along with that, I'll be paralleling it to Michael Pollan's book, The Omnivore's Dilemma, which delves into how food has changed because of politics, economics, and general health. Let us begin. Throughout human history, food has primarily been used as fuel for the human body. With the advent of the internet and social media, however, this has drastically changed. Many people now use social media to communicate how healthy or unhealthy certain foods are. This exchange of information has brought help and many answers, but in doing so has brought more questions as well. Differing sources, opinions, and uninformed statements result in many people ultimately being confused over what they should and should not eat. Michael Pollan also noticed this problem as he pointed it out in his book, and that it has become harder and harder for humans to answer the question of what should we have for dinner tonight. This is because such mixes of differing information make it harder to decide on what foods families should and should not have. Food is no longer simply something that humans eat. It is now its own form of entertainment for humans to enjoy. Cooking shows popularized the idea of watching other people prepare food decades ago, but social media has made it even more popular. Now, cooking channels on websites such as YouTube prepare their own food and even challenge viewers to see what they can create. Another popular form of entertainment that has come out of South Korea in recent decades is an activity known as mukbang. This involves a person setting up a live stream and eating a plentiful amount of food for hours while their audience watches. Some people enjoy this because they are able to see so many different types of food that they could also try and enjoy. Michael Pollan also mentioned how new methods of cooking that popped up over time continually changed how humans viewed food. In ancient times, once humans figured out how to cook and grow food, it became much easier to find as opposed to the old method of hunting and gathering for meat and berries. Humanity's overall view of food has changed due to the sharing of photos on social media. People now take pictures of the food they are served at restaurants and share them on social media with their thoughts on the food for their friends to see. Many chefs have felt pressured by this activity to make their own foods look more stylized and appetizing so that they do not get a bad rap on social media. However, many chefs have banned this act at their restaurants, saying it emphasizes looks over the food's actual taste. Another major part of food that is now viewed differently by society is the amount of nutrition it contains. Because social media, news articles, and numerous scientific researchers, people have become extremely concerned over what they are putting in their bodies and how it affects their health and weight. However, a lot of the time, these articles might be missing key details or are plain wrong, which leads to false information being spread around. Michael Pollan pointed this out in The Omnivore's Dilemma, saying that many of these articles were influenced by Dr. Robert C. Atkins. Him and the diet he created were discredited in the years following his death. Food overall is held in a much more important light now because of social media influences that leads into politics. Events such as the Green Revolutions used by smaller countries are now a large focus by the United Nations to help reduce world hunger. Social media also helps spread news about hunger crises happening in less developed countries. One simple tweet might help someone know that there is a lack of water in a country like Chad. Social media has also placed a large focus on public health and what the government should do about it. This places a large focus on reforming school lunches so that children have healthier foods and appropriate portion sizes. This is to help lower obesity rates and make overall health better in the long run. These efforts are widespread, being focused on in many countries, though being a large focus in the United States particularly. Michael Pollan mentions how, during the 1970s, inflation got so bad that food prices at supermarkets reached an all-time high, and farmers could not grow as much food to compensate. The Richard Nixon administration helped this by decreasing prices and increasing the output of farmers. Pollan states how the dream of agribusiness and the political establishment connecting had finally become a reality with this event. Social media is a powerful tool, and this has been shown with how it has evolved humanity's perception and thoughts on food. Humans should be careful with how they use this tool, as it can easily shape one's thoughts and views. If not careful, this powerful tool could lead to a major negative effect with the spreading of false information.